Hello. So this is going to be a little bit of a different week, but I think you're going to like it. I think it'll be fun. You will still have a read aloud to listen to every day. You will still have your bell ringer to do 4 days this week. I think we have it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. But we don't have a listen to the video lesson kind of lesson. I'm going to give you a little bit of instruction each day. It's going to be pretty short because the time you have set aside for ELA class, I want it to be time that you're able to work on the project we're going to be working on. So if you're at home and you're watching this because you're remote, you received in the mail a packet that had a couple pieces of white, um, just cardstock. You had a small packet of yours are yellow, but Post-it notes. And you had a sheet protector. Sheet protector was probably unnecessary. I'm giving it to our kiddos in face-to-face school because I know they have a binder that they use and that keeps it in there and keeps it safe. Um, if you have a binder that you're keeping some stuff for school in, that would be a great place to keep it, especially for this week because we're going to be using it every single day. Okay. Now, I chose to do this week because we just got off spring break and we had very, very different experiences. Some of you went on big trips with your families or with friends and did great things. Some of you didn't leave Silva and um, but still had the whole week to yourself. Some of you um, watched your little brother and sister for a lot of the week. But none of you had to do schoolwork. So your week was different. And that's what we're going to be talking about is your week and what made it different. So here's your job today. You're going to be using your yellow Post-its, whatever color you have if you're in school. Let me back up just a second. If you're watching this video because you're absent from school today and you don't have these materials, ask your parents if they have any Post-it notes anywhere. If not, get just a white piece of paper, or even if you don't have a white piece of paper from a printer maybe at your house, but you have a piece of notebook paper, that's fine. Cut that paper or tear that paper into about six squares. If you fold it in half and then cut it in three different places and cut it down the middle, so you have six squares, you can tape that onto a piece of paper and that'll work. If you want to redo it when you get back to school and get a Post-it note packet from me, that's fine. If you're in school today, I am giving you or will give you all of these things that you need. Now, back to what I was going to say. Um, I had a great spring break. I didn't go, well, that's not true. I did go somewhere. So, story time. I have best friends that live in Pennsylvania, and they have a daughter who just is about to turn 22 years old. She's graduating from college this year. She is my goddaughter. Her name is Rachel. Rachel is a theater major, and she's amazing on stage and can do all of these things that I'm just super proud of her. Unfortunately, though, COVID exists. And so this year has been her senior year of college, and it hasn't been like a normal senior year of college. And her plan was to go to graduate school in theater. But guess what's not opened right now? Theater, stage productions of things because of COVID. So no graduate program is really accepting a whole lot of theater majors right now. So she decided, what can I do to not waste my life and but still get to be able to go back to school later about for theater. And so she signed up for a program called Teach for America, and she got accepted, and she's going to be teaching STEM classes, science classes specifically, in Chattanooga for the next 2 years, which is super exciting to me because my drive from here to Pennsylvania is 11 hours. My drive from here to Chattanooga is less than 3 hours. So score one for Miss Gilbert being able to see her goddaughter more. I'm super excited. And I told you that whole long story to say that my spring break started by going to Chattanooga and meeting Rachel and her parents there and touring apartments and finding an apartment for her to live in and We went to lots of restaurants where we could eat outdoors. Thank you, COVID. And coffee shops where we could go outdoors. And we went to Lookout Mountain and we went to Rock City, and there were people socially distanced, and we were able to do those things safely. And then they all came back to my house and spent the whole week. Fortunately, we've all been able to be vaccinated, so we were able to safely do that. Um, so the beginning of my spring break was 2 days out of town, but the rest of my spring break was right here in Whittier. We went to Silva, we went to Cherokee, we went to Bryson City, but we didn't really go anywhere. But I had lots of experiences. So even though I didn't take a big trip, I didn't go out of the country. I didn't go far out of the state. I didn't stay gone for very long. I didn't get to go to the beach, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. I still have lots of things that I could tell you about. You can tell by how fast I'm talking and how excited I got by talking about going to Chattanooga, but there were lots of things that happened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my packet of Post-its and a pen or a pencil, whatever I can find. I can find a purple pen. I can always find a purple pen. And I'm not going to write anything because I don't want to write. I just want to draw pictures of some things that happened. Now, I know every teacher in your life has always said, I'm a terrible artist. And then they get up and they do these amazing things on the board. I am not that teacher. If I sit down and really focus and work on something, I can come up with something that's okay. But this is not an art project. So I'm not going to spend time on it. I'm going to draw stick people. I'm going to draw a sign on one of these that says Welcome to Rock City, or Welcome to Chattanooga. I'm going to draw um, my friends, Kim and Ruben and Rachel, and my friend Beth that went with me, and our friend Amanda that we met. And I'm going to draw those stick people so I can remember who all was present. But I'm going to come up with at least 6. Did you hear that part? At least 6. Can I have 7? Can I have 5? At least 6 means 6 or more. Okay? You can have 36. That's fine. But you have to have 6. 6 Post-it notes with pictures of things that happened during spring break. Now, some of you are going, I didn't do anything. Well, yeah, you did. You didn't sit in a dark room all by yourself for the last 10 days. You just didn't. And if you did, put a note on my desk and I'll get you some help. You didn't. You interacted with siblings or with parents or grandparents or aunts or uncles or whoever you happen to be living with at this time. You probably played a video game. You probably got on your school computer and watched some YouTube. You probably watched some TV. You might have watched some movies. You probably ate a meal or two in the last 10 days. You might, I hope, have gone outside because we had some of the most gorgeous weather, and then one crazy cold day and one super rainy day, but there was some gorgeous weather on either end of it. I hope that you can think of just 6 little things that you did. Going to Walmart is a thing, okay? Going to visit grandma is a thing. Playing a video game is a thing. Do I want 6 Post-it notes of you playing a video game? No. 6 different experiences that you had, okay? As you draw your 6, I said I said you're not writing, but then I also said I was going to put a sign on one that said like "Welcome to Rock City," and that's fine. But I don't want sentences on here. The words that you put on here are going to be on here because they're necessary. It has to do with the event. This no explanation. I don't want any explanation. I don't want a story. I don't want a sentence. I want a picture, and I want 6 of them. After you've drawn them, you're going to put them on your cardstock in order. Now, this may look backwards, so maybe I should do it backwards. I don't want them going up and down. I don't want 1, 2, 3. I want 1, just like you would read. Think about this backwards if it doesn't flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Okay? So that like you would read a comic book. So have it how you would read a comic book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes sense? And I want you to put your Post-it notes on there in the order that they happened. Now, I'm having you do this because if you come up with something you're like, oh, wait, I forgot that we did this, and it comes in a different order, then you can pick them up and move them, and it'll be fine. If you choose to do more than 6, you can turn them over. If you're at home, I also put 2 pieces of cardstock in here. So if you have 30 things, then you can use both pieces. After that, you're going to have to get just a piece of paper from your house and put that in. So your assignment right now is to sit down and draw. Stick people are fine. No coloring. This is just a sketch. 6 events, 6 experiences that you had over spring break. That's all. I guess the biggest part of the assignment is you have to have this paper and these Post-it notes for tomorrow's assignment and for the next day's assignment and for the next day's assignment, which is why I gave you the sheet protector. Can I give you a hint about the sheet protector? If I pause, I put my Post-it notes on this paper so that they're the stickies at the top and they flip up here. If I try to slide this down into a sheet protector, guess what happens? When the sheet protector catches it, it all gets folded up. So what you're going to want to do is if your stickies at the top here, put your sheet protector on with the top of it this way so that when they slide in, they don't cause your Post-it notes to pop up. Okay? That's just a little silly housekeeping thing. Um, that's all. That's all. That's really all. I keep thinking there must be more. There's not. 6 pictures of what happened over spring break. The end. If you have any questions at all, please email me. This should not be hard. It should be kind of fun. We are going to do some writing with these pictures later, but today we are only going to focus on the 6 pictures. So you work on the 6 pictures and let me know if you need help. Okay? I can't wait to see what you did over spring break. I've missed you guys. For real. I mean, I had fun, but I missed you guys.